Yes, your conflict can be solved via AI combined with a classic management technique. Eli Goldratt, the creator of the theory of constraints, created the evaporating cloud as a tool to resolve conflicts and overcome obstacles in problem solving. The idea is if you address the core assumptions behind a conflict, you can make the conflicting situation disappear or evaporate by finding a solution that satisfies all parties involved. Goldratt's technique involves identifying the problem, recognizing the assumptions that are causing the conflict, and then finding a way to challenge or change those assumptions. By doing so, the conflict can be resolved and the problem will be effectively managed or eliminated. Now, let's take the genius of Goldratt and combine it with the endless knowledge of ChatGPT to provide solutions to any decision we may face in business or life. I added a link in the description below so you can follow along with the Excel spreadsheet used in the video. What I've done is make an Excel spreadsheet that walks you through making an evaporating cloud and gives you the prompts you need to put into ChatGPT to make the evaporating cloud. What I've done is add a link here if you want to learn more about evaporating clouds before we get started. Let's just start from the top. I listed a basic set of directions here. First off, you'll fill in the boxes in the evaporating cloud below, copy the outline text and paste it into the prompts of ChatGPT, paste the results from ChatGPT into the dash boxes, and the evaporating cloud at the bottom of the sheet will autofill with the pasted information. The first step is 1, fill in the boxes in the evaporating cloud below. Right now they're filled in with an example about marriage. You could change this to start a business or not start a business and build the logic of a basic evaporating cloud. This is read left to right. In order to have happiness, we must have acceptance. In order to have acceptance, we must get married. In order to have happiness, we must have freedom. In order to have freedom, we must not get married. I put a little cheat sheet right here to learn how to read it. Step 2 is to copy the outline text and paste it into the prompts of ChatGPT. The outline text is this portion here. And if you can see, there's a note, A to B. This is for this leg of the evaporating cloud. In order to have happiness, we must have acceptance. Follow the directions here. Paste outline into ChatGPT for a list of assumptions. Copy that. Pop it into ChatGPT and you have your first prompt. Don't use the JPEG that pops up. It confuses ChatGPT. And then you get a list of assumptions for that leg. For example, happiness cannot be fully achieved without a sense of acceptance. And it gives you a lot of information here, more information than you need. We'll summarize that in a minute. While that's typing out, let's go to the next portion. Simply copy this. This is the next prompt. Are any of the assumptions likely to be invalid? And this is essentially giving you injections. Acceptance as a core component of happiness. This assumption may be invalid. While that's filling out, let's go to the next portion. What assumption is the most invalid? Paste that into there, get rid of the JPEG, and it'll provide you the most invalid assumption. Now finally, it gives you so much information, it's nice to get a summary. So I've just put in a prompt that will summarize all the information it just detailed. Gives you a nice summary here. You can number these, but just to be quick, I'm just going to copy and paste each one of these. As you can see, step 3, paste the results from ChatGPT into the dash boxes. What we've done is just get a list of assumptions for leg A to B, as well as injections. And what that will do is essentially complete this part of the evaporating cloud, and it autofills right in here so you can see it visually where you're supposed to. Now we're just going to do the same thing again for the next leg, A to C. In order to have happiness, we must have freedom. We'll do this one a little faster. Clear out ChatGPT. Paste that in there, get rid of the PNG. Gives us the assumptions. While that's filling out, let's go to the next portion. Copy that, and once this is done, we'll paste this in here. Now this will give us our injections. While that's filling out, let's get the next portion. What assumption is the most invalid? Get the next part that summarizes all that information, the prompt for that. And we'll just take that information and paste it, or do step 3. Now that we put that in there, if we scroll down, we'll see the next leg of our evaporating cloud is filled out. Now let's look at our C to D leg. In order to have freedom, we must not get married. We'll do this just like we did the last one. I'll do it a little faster. It's important you clear out ChatGPT each time you get to a new leg. And again, that's going to fill out the next leg of the evaporating cloud between C and D. Now let's look at leg B and D. B to D. In order to have acceptance, we must get married. Same process as before. Copy. Clear out ChatGPT from the last leg. Paste that in there. Get rid of the JPEG. Let ChatGPT do its work. Grab the next portion that needs pasted in there. As you'll see, we're getting close to having this done. It just filled out this leg right here. The next portion acts the same way, but it's a little different because you're making sure the prerequisites are mutually exclusive. Clear out ChatGPT again. And now you have a completed evaporating cloud with both assumptions and injections and the best injection. I added a little key over here to make this easier to read. It can be a little confusing at times. What this is saying here is just like above, in order to have happiness, we must have acceptance. The next thing you need to know is to use the word because to talk about the injections. In order to have happiness, we must have acceptance because acceptance is a core component of happiness. The injection to that assumption is acceptance may not be essential for happiness. So that basically evaporates that assumption. And what you do is you go through every single one of these and you decide which is valid or which is invalid. And whichever one has assumptions that are still there, you need to try to get rid of it without ChatGPT. And if the assumption's still there on the bottom portion, that means you should probably get married. Or if the assumption's still there on the top portion, then maybe you should not get married. And also you need to look at the prerequisites. Those are a little different. You're just, again, kind of verifying that they are mutually exclusive. An evaporating cloud is ideally used in a group to facilitate discussion and come to a consensus. I imagine using this technique before a meeting or to help get a room talking. In my personal experience, AI brought up assumptions and injections I wouldn't have considered. Many of the ideas I discussed here were created by watching Thorstein Singelson's class, Thinking Sharper with AI. I highly recommend the course, and I'll add a link in the description. I'd appreciate any input on this video. I know ChatGPT will read PDFs now, and even making this video, other ideas started to come to me. Do you have any ideas how to do this faster? Did I make any mistakes? Your input is highly appreciated. I hope to find other people who are trying to use AI to enhance business and life on this channel. Depending on the interest in this video, I'm planning on using AI and large language models to create a second video on gold trees. I'd appreciate a like or subscription as it will help get this video out to other people on YouTube and hopefully create a community of like-minded people. I hope you found this video interesting. I appreciate your time and thanks a lot.